Dr. Hussein?
Yeah, I mean, this virus is just rude, right? It's like disrespectful. It doesn't care how tired you are or what season it is or what you're doing or who you're with. It's just looking for a moment for you to let your guard down, and then it's going to just kind of rear its ugly head. And I think kind of a lot of what we were saying is this quarantine fatigue, right? Like we know that being isolated and not being with loved ones can cause a lot of mental health strain. And that is a balance that we've had to try to make this entire year, but you can only balance for so long when something tips. And I think a lot of that is the fact that people are just not being as cautious as they used to be. They're not being as vigilant because they're tired. And a lot of the times I also hear, people are less scared, which is interesting because we see that the cases are rising and hospitalizations are rising and we're terrified. But sometimes at a certain point, when you are waiting for something to happen to you or someone close to you and it doesn't, you kind of lose that urgency, you lose that edge, and you start letting that mask slip below your nose. You start washing your hands less. You start thinking, well, I can have a small dinner with 5 people. They've all been kind of quarantined for a couple of days. We'll be cool. But we've seen that a lot of our outbreaks or our small groups come from people hanging out with family members or close friends, and that spread because your guard is down and your mask is no longer on. And not that none of this is understandable, but it is super important, even now with vaccines, that we maintain that masking and that social distancing to really give ourselves a chance to kind of make it over. Like we're so close, and it's just hard to feel that we're slipping backwards because all of us are tired. But I think this is an important time to kind of bring back that energy that we had in March and really just try to hold things down.